Folks, I don't know if you watched episode number 1 with Mr. Jonathan Twombly, but at the end of it, he sprung something on you and me that I want to ask some more questions about. How you doing, Jonathan?
I'm doing great, Michael, as always. How are you?
I'm doing very well. So at the end of episode number 1 today, you talked about taking on a Herculean challenge of rebuilding, relaunching your what very well used and purchased multifamily investor program. I got to ask you why, and B, what kind of stuff can we expect coming in the relaunch?
So first of all, yeah, thank you for the chance to talk about this a little bit. So I'm taking on, as you aptly described it, a Herculean task, which is to redo my entire signature course. And I have to say, I am a little bit scared because it's a big task, but also publicly announcing it like this, because partially it's try to get leverage on myself to like get it done because it's such a big task. Yeah, it's like, okay, now I said it, I got to do it. So we are aiming for a relaunch of this by Thanksgiving. So just in time
now we got a date.
Yeah, just in time for Black Friday is the idea here. And so now I'm kind of publicly committed to this. So I got to do it. And I please everybody like email me and poke me and say, hey, how's it coming?
Where is it?
But
where is it?
Where is it? What the idea here is that I'm doing this in public. So I'm actually going to be updating everybody as we go. So if you're on my email list, I'll be kind of telling you where we are in the process, kind of telling you what's coming up, doing some extra content that's related to the course as I'm putting it together. But you asked the question, why? Why am I doing it now? Right. So the reason is the last time I did a big major redo of the course was 2018 or 2019.
Oh.
And so a lot has changed in the market since then. I mean, a lot of the basics are still there. I mean, the basics of multifamily have not changed very much, but for example, in underwriting, like I have actually, so a lot has changed in kind of the landscape of underwriting multifamily deals, but also my model has evolved. The model that I use in multifamily deals has evolved a lot. And I want to kind of get my new model out there for you guys and kind of walk you through it so it's easier to follow, things like that. But the other thing that I really thought about when looking at the course was, well, how can I improve this course, not just to have great content as it already does, but to really make the course not just more user-friendly, but make the course structured in such a way that it kind of propels your progress. Right. So it actually just builds on like success after success after success, win after win after win. I think my first approach to the deal was I'm just going to get you the top quality, content in a logical order so that it's easy to understand. And all those things I pulled off.
Very lawyer-like, very lawyer-like.
Yeah, exactly. It did. It's very sort of logically set up. But now I really kind of feel like the way the course needs to work is to like really propel your progress forward. So that's the approach I'm going to take. I'm going to kind of reorganize the whole thing and kind of really get you the content that you need early up front, to help you start making progress and getting wins right away. And then the other things that are more sort of like high level advanced value add, it'll be more like a reference library for when you need it. Right. So
I like that.
That's the idea.
Yeah. It's funny. Use this as you like. When I break down what I'm doing in kind of the single family area, I actually leverage two of my buddies who are on the channel, Dion and Matt. And really what I think about single family, maybe it's true in multifamily, and I use this sporting analogy, so forgive me if you don't know sports. I actually see three categories of people. There are people tailgating in the parking lot, drunk, partying, loud, uninformed, opinionated. I don't deal with those people. I leave that because I'm not in the convincing business. But I have a buddy, Dion, who that's where he plays. He likes to, play with those folks. I think it's a waste of time, but that's where he plays. Then there's people in the stands. That's where I'm focused. Okay, you're interested. You bought a ticket. You're watching it. You watching the game and you want to be in the game. How do you do that? How do you protect yourself? What downside, upside, all of that. So that's where I focus, right? How to get started one rental at a time. And then I got a buddy, Matt, who is, the practitioner, the self-managing property manager, the guy who takes on projects himself. He likes to get his hands dirty. He has something called "Oh blank, I'm a landlord." Like, now what? And so when you're on the field, he's your guy. So when you look at it with that kind of area, are you like me and you're dealing with folks in the stand, or are you trying to convince people out in the loud parking lot that are drunk that they should be thinking about multifamily? Where are you in this
I
analogy, I
would
guess?
actually say that I'm actually operating on two levels, right?
Okay,
So I've got, and maybe this in the stands or in the game is not quite the right analogy for me.
sure. Okay.
It's more like, I think like I'm on my basic level, I'm dealing
Mhm.
with like the good, like, college athletes, right?
Okay. All
The
right. I
ones
got
who
you.
are like in the
They have a
game,
shot. Yeah, they have a
they've
shot.
got a shot. They've started doing something that's a little bit more than what the average person is doing. So
Yeah.
maybe they've bought a
Okay. I
single
got it.
family property already,
I got it.
or
Yeah, I
they've
like
really,
it.
and maybe some of the advanced like high schoolers who have like really studied a lot and they know a lot, right?
Okay.
But
I
they're
like it.
not in the game yet. And then probably the next level up is like in the minor leagues, like
Okay.
they're playing professionally at a high level,
Right.
but not quite the highest level yet. They're not like
Nice.
the
So they're
pros because
not in the they're not at the league. Yeah, I
yeah,
got
they
you.
can
I
only
like it.
get that, they can only get themselves there. Like, I can't get
Talent
them to the
talent only
majors.
takes you so far. You need
Right,
some coaching and refinement to,
right,
hey, you're missing this, you're missing that.
right.
I get it. I
But
like the
what I mean
analogy.
is like I can be like the AAA
Yeah,
manager to get them like to that level. But the only person that can get themselves into the big leagues is them. Like they've got to take it from there and get themselves into the big leagues. I can't
I like it.
do that for them. But I can coach them at like very high level
Hmm.
on the higher level, program, and the more general program is aimed at those people who are like they're in the game. They're
Yeah,
they're they're getting ready to make their move, but
I
it's
like it.
yeah.
So, folks, you could take this analogy. Are you a great high school athlete that has a shot at the big leagues? Are you in college and some scouts are looking at you? You might get drafted. Jonathan's got something for you. Jonathan, how would they stay informed and watch the evolution of this going forward?
Yeah, well, the best place is on my email list because that's where I'm really going to be talking about this. So, um, the way to get on the email list is to go to apartmentinvestorsclub.com and download my free download, and that'll get you on the email list. And I haven't shown the download for a while, but if you want the download,
Yeah, go
this
get it.
is
I
it.
have it.
This is the
Yes.
ultimate checklist.
And it's
So,
thick. You're just showing the cover. It's
well,
a
yeah,
thick.
it's thick.
Yeah.
It's got
I
big
printed
print.
it. I'm old. I like
It
paper.
it's got big print in it, lots of pictures. So it's not like you're gonna read a 57-page book.
No. Yeah.
But this literally will, if you've ever wondered how you do what is involved in doing an apartment deal and syndicating it, it's literally just a checklist. It tells you everything that is involved in the process just to form that mental map of how it's done.
It's going to be awesome, folks. Do me a favor, folks. Get on the mail list because you want to follow the evolution of this. And again, I like the analogy. Are you in the game? Are you just in, Pee Wee and you're not really playing? Not for you, but a great high school athlete getting drafted in college. He is there for you. So, Jonathan, thank you so much.
Thank you, Michael.